How's it going, everybody? RyeSquad here today, and we are back with your Calgary Flames, ready to see if we can make the playoffs in this one, guys. We are coming up on the trade deadline, ready to potentially add a defender. That's been something this entire save game that we haven't been able to get quite right, and that's just rounding out the decor with one elite piece. I mean, we've had plenty of potential talent. The forward core is just insane. It's just one of these guys needs to actually develop for us and become that superstar defenseman that we had hoped. I mean, Mason Jackson, he's been with us for years now. We drafted him in 2024, our first ever first-round pick. Moved up to 4 to go get him. I mean, he's been here for what? This is his 5th season? I guess maybe it'd be a little crazy to push the panic button on him just yet, but we are going to get through the trade deadline and through the end of the season, and if we do make the playoffs, which isn't necessarily a guarantee right now, we're only 4 points clear of the Ducks, but if we do make the playoffs, I will get a round or two in this video. I'm hoping to just get through this one quickly and get to the playoffs, guys, because that's where it is going to get exciting. But guys, I did just drop a new post on the community tab, so go ahead and check that one out. I do want to let you know that I am going to be uploading these videos a lot more frequently, trying to get these a bit more consistent for you guys. And if you want more updates, go ahead and jump in the Discord down in the description there, guys. I do want to start an expansion draft franchise. I haven't done one yet, and it's kind of been one of those things on the channel that I absolutely love doing, and you guys love it every year. So we are going to be doing an expansion draft franchise. The details about what the expansion team is and what I'm creating are down in the description. But guys, let's get going with this video. Let's get into the playoffs. Let's see if we can make the postseason, see if we can acquire maybe a stud defender, and then let's make another run at the cup, right? We're back-to-back cup champions. Can we make it 3 in a row? I hope so. I mean, really, we've never hit the highs in the regular season that I would have expected from us. Now, our division is absolutely loaded. Our division is disgusting. You can see the Atlantic has 2 teams at the top. We'd be in 3rd there. We'd be tied for 2nd with the Rangers in the Metro. We're in 4th in our own division, and in the Central, I mean, we're the 4th best team and 5th best team in the West, and we're 4th in our own division, which is ridiculous just to think about that. But I'm not going to make any changes right now. We're just going to kind of let the game ride. We're going to let it go, and let's get up to the trade deadline. I really don't see us making any moves before the deadline. I want to do it at the deadline, and there we go. We are going to win back-to-back games there at the start of this episode. Okay, so Dahlman and West for Bean and Bjorkstrand. How good is Jake Bean? You guys know I love me some Jake Bean in NHL. So 83 at 30. He's not all that impressive. How is West doing? He's a 77, so, I mean, potentially on his way. And Dahlman looks like a really, really good potential goaltender, so we're not going to move on from him there. Roosevelt, no, I'm not going to give away players for picks. Beautiful point streak to start the month. I mean, what is that? 4-1-1, 3-1-1, 4-1-1 now. There we go. We do lose to Pittsburgh, but bounce back with back-to-back wins there. Can we beat Edmonton? No, we can't. We do bounce back with a win against that. Wow, we play Edmonton 3 times in a week, and we lose 2 of them. That is not good. Siegenthaler is not the answer for us. We're going to keep the current ticket prices the way they are. I don't really care about that. And there we go. So we are going to be, I'm going to say we're a conservative buyer. And we head into the deadline on a very good run here. We did lose quite a few divisional games. Lindholm is not on the block, guys. Oh my God. Lindholm is not a guy I'm looking to trade. 89 at 34. Like, he's not somebody I'm looking to get rid of. What are you doing putting him on the block, guys? But 36, 23, and 5 at the trade deadline. Wow, we've played so many games. Edmonton's insane, dude. 73% points percentage. They've only played 60. We've played 64, so it was a busy month. We've pulled away, I guess, not really, but 5 points now ahead of the Ducks. We were 4 points ahead of them previously. And in the Western Conference as a whole, right, we are the 3rd best team in the West, 3rd best team in the Pacific. This is happening again, guys, where both the Canucks and the Oilers are just so insane that, like, it's just tough to keep up with them, man. Vince Dunn, 87, elite defender, $8.1 million. They would want Lekaramaki a 1st and a 2nd, Peterka a 1st and a 2nd, or Huberdeau in a 1st. I don't really want to make that trade. Is there like an aging defenseman that, is still good but is cheap? I mean, come on, man. I literally just wanted to see about Pelech here because I feel like Pelech could be a decent get if we can give up the right assets for him. Peterka and Bordeleau, Zari, West, and Jamson. Jamson is actually playing for us here. Like you guys can see, James, maybe? Atu Jameson, 82 overall playmaker. He's playing for us, and he's playing fine. I mean, 9 goals, 8 assists. He's only playing 850, but he's even, right? So he's not a detriment to the team. I don't know how good Pelech would be. I mean, oh God, he is really, really good. If I can, he fits all defensive pairings too. I'd like to not give up Connor Zary. That's the thing. Connor Zary, he's only playing 11 minutes of ice time, but I feel like I don't want to give up 2 of my fourth liners. I know they're fourth liners, and then I'm just giving up West. I feel like I might be able to swing a different type of trade here. We might be able to get something else done that also satisfies them. This 19-year-old Miettinen, I do like Vesa Miettinen. He was a first-round pick of ours. 73 at 19, but you got to give something to get something. The Blues are going to trade Zadorov to the Vancouver Canucks. We do have 2 seconds, so I will give up the Ranger. No, I'll give up our second. So Miettinen in a second probably isn't going to be enough. Can we give them a prospect then, or another prospect maybe? What about goalies? Do they have any goalies? They do want Dolman. Man, he is growing very, very nicely. I think he was a 64 like earlier in the season. Now he's a 66. He is crazy. Corso's now an 80. I guess I could give up Vladar and then we bring up Jerry Corso. I would do this deal. I think I would. I think this is fine. We're getting the best player in the deal. We get Pelech. Trade rejected. It's just a bit too far off for their liking. Okay. And then let's give them a current skater. Let's sort by overall, just see who I can get rid of that maybe isn't playing. I mean, there's Olsen here. Anton Olsen. Wow, he's actually looking really good at 80 overall. Yeah, that's actually a decent defenseman to give them. We could give them Thomas Bordeleau, but I like the way he's playing on the fourth line. There's Schwint. They want Siona. Let me see if I can give them Siona. Would they do this deal now? Yeah, no, it's too far off. I figured I was going to have to give up more than Siona, Mettinen, Vladar in a second. Can we give up maybe a future pick? How many future picks do we have? We have 2/3 as well this year. What if we give up the Columbus Blue Jackets third, keep Siona? I like this deal. Oh, I do. I think I'm going to do it. Trade rejected. Sending isn't sufficient at all. Man, they really want a lot for Pelech. I'm not going to do that deal, guys. There is a way to get it done, but I don't think it's not what I want to do right now. Siegenthaler, 85. Really, defensemen are hard to come by, man. They really, really are hard to come by. Ryan Pulak here. What would it take to get him? Zari and Bordeleau. Everybody wants Zari. Oh, I don't know if I want to get rid of Zari, though, because I like Connor Zari, and I think he's doing great for us. We'll just sort by ice time. I wish I could take a look at my lines. Like, can I mess with my lines in the middle of the trade block? I don't know. Just helps me visualize and plan out when I can see my lines. You can see by ice time, right? All these guys, Peterka, Mangiapane. Then we start the major drop-offs. Zari is playing the most of the guys down here. I mean, Ruzicka, is he scratched or is he playing? Because Zari's got 64. Okay, yeah. I think either Peltier I'm going to keep, but maybe Ruzicka I can get rid of. Maybe they would go for that, or maybe he could come in instead of, this is interesting. Now I'm actually thinking about it. Ruzicka could come in for Peterka, Bordeleau, Zari, West, and Jamson. I don't want to get rid of Jamson, though. That's the thing. Like, I just don't want to get rid of an 82 medium top 6 at 26, right? He's got 3 years left on a really cheap deal. I'd rather give them a pick. There's Matt West. We've also got Francisco McCarron as our defensive, like, prospects. I think I'd rather give up Francisco McCarron. Yes, he's a bit higher in overall, but he's also 2 years older. It doesn't look as promising for Francisco McCarron, to be honest. Straight up. It just doesn't. And then there's Roosevelt here. I mean, I could give up Roosevelt in a second in this deal. I'll give up our second there as well. So Zari, Roosevelt in a second. Zari's making $4.75 million too. He's an 83. He's great, but he's playing fourth line minutes. And I'll bring Ruzicka back in. Third or fourth line, like, we can figure that out. And I think to upgrade our defense the way we are, I think is really good. So I think I'm gonna do this deal. I want to see if I can maybe get. We don't really have many late round picks back, so I'm gonna see if I can get a 5th back in this deal. Rejected. It's not gonna go through. How about this? Trade accepted. There we go. So Adam Pelech is who we are bringing in to boost our defensive core. And now that does mean we probably have one too many defensemen. We got Jackson, Power, Pelech, Boqvist, Hanifin, Barron, Olsen, Brizgalov. Yeah, I mean, actually, I think we're fine defensively because that's 2, 4, 6, and then Olsen's playing down in the minors, which I think is fine. He's got, I mean, he's loving life down there. Look at the ice time morale boost, and he's got another 2 years after this one on his cheap deal. So we'll keep giving Oleg Brizgalov some good ice time. Man, he is a really good puck mover for a two-way defenseman. He doesn't know what's going on, but man, when he figures it out, he knows exactly how to put the puck on somebody's stick. That is crazy. But I think that's all I want to do, guys. We got ourselves a top defenseman with a gold X Factor ability. We love to see that. So, you know what? I think we're cool. We're done at the deadline here. We're gonna get Pelech. We're bringing him in, and there we go. Adam Pelech has anxiety with his new team. It's okay, buddy. You're going to be fantastic for us. Man, 82 points for Tage Thompson in just 64 games. So he's already guaranteed to be a point per game at the deadline. And they did mess around with my lines a little bit. Don't love seeing that. Huberdeau down here. Yeah, look at that. Lindholm. Oh, Lindholm at center gets us, yeah, perfect. I absolutely love this. Lekaramaki. Flip-flop with Huberdeau. Zykov. I like Zykov playing center because Tage Thompson can play wing. And I think, yeah, Zykov's got the better face-offs anyway. Mangiapane with Ruzicka and Peterka. Jamson, honestly, can any of these guys take face-offs? Who's got the 65, 65, 67, 70, 81? Okay, so Bordeleau. I mean, Ruzicka, I think, is better than this 80. I think it's just his morale. He hates me. That's okay though. I'm fine with that. I don't have to be loved by every player. But I think I'm gonna give him the third line center role. See how he does there with Peterka and Mangiapane. I mean, really, for a third line, you're surrounded by a lot of help. Pelech and Power. Does Mason Jackson gets us a +2 there? Boqvist gets us a +1, but I think I'm cool with Pelech and Power and moving Jackson down. I feel like this is going to be fine for us. Barron and Hanifin. Oh, they did decide to play Barron over Oleg Brizgalov. Brizgalov doesn't really fit there. He does fit. I mean, he gets a +2 up there. Do we want to put Oleg Brizgalov up there? Probably not. I mean, but this is kind of, I mean, we'll give it a try, right? He's a great +-. He's the best +- on the team. Boqvist. Yeah, I'm not going to move Power down, but we're going to leave Mason Jackson and Owen Power together, but we're going to make Pelech and Brizgalov put the worst defender with the best defender, and then everybody else is really good. So we're going to see how this goes down the stretch. And obviously in goal, we keep Vladar, right? That's the big thing. We keep Dan Vladar, who has been a great backup. Literally, I've not had to touch the goaltending position since like episode 1 when we made the trade for Spencer Knight and got rid of Dustin Wolf. And it could have been Dustin Wolf's show, but maybe it should have been. I don't know, because, you know, obviously we've had discussions about Spencer Knight and how good he's been or not good. But, you know, we got a lot of games against Vancouver. We got, what, 2 games against Vancouver, some games against Winnipeg. Yeah, we got a lot of West Coast games. That's all I know. Golden Knights right there, 2 of them. Down the stretch, we got another one against Vegas. The Kings are in it too. Guys, this is it. This is a crucial stretch. So we are going to go, what is that, 2 for 6 games? We'll get through these 6 games. We'll see how we are with Brizgalov. Sean Couturier got waived. I mean, I guess at this point, he's pretty old. 80 overall, 2-way forward. He would fit our first line, but he's making 7.75. Are you still decline? No, thanks. I do not want that that situation, but we do. Okay, so we beat St. Louis. We beat Vegas. Can we beat them? We do beat them twice. That's huge. Vancouver, 11-4 thrashing. Holy cow. So 6-4 loss there against the Colorado Avalanche, who are towards the bottom of the league at 26, 35, and 7. But then we have 5 straight wins. We went 5-1 since the deadline right now. We're looking really, really solid. I'm happy with this. Tage Thompson's putting up points. I don't think we're going to catch the Oilers. Straight up, don't think we're catching up 13 points in 12 games when they have 4 games in hand. But 87 points is good enough for the 5th best team in the entire NHL, which we will take. One thing I do want to see is how Pelech has played with Brizgalov on that top pairing. Good Lord, Tage Thompson, dude, have yourself a season. This has got to be the best season Tage Thompson has had for us, and it probably will be in 12 games if he can get 7 points. He did come and play on 100 and some point pace when we traded for him at close to the deadline. But there we go. We can see Pelech -7. If we take a look at how he's done here, 6 games played +3, 2 points, I will take that. Absolutely will take that. And then Oleg Brizgalov, another +4 because he was +15. Mason Jackson, Owen Power, Boakvist. I mean, they're all now thriving against weaker competition. So far, so good, I'd say, guys. And hopefully, maybe, just hopefully, if Brizgalov can continue to play well on this top line, eat a bunch of minutes, we can finally see him start to realize that low elite potential, and he can jump quite a bit. But we do have some important games coming up. Let's get down to the last 5 here. We'll get down to the we got 2 games against San Jose, against Minnesota. We are going to win that one. We do beat Seattle as well. Holy cow. We lose to Vancouver. That one's tough because we're in a battle with them. Losing to Chicago is not great. They are a good team. Pittsburgh's loss, it's not great, but honestly, guys, we've gotten 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 wins since the deadline, and 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll take 9 and 4 since the deadline. I'd absolutely take that. And the Canucks have passed us, unfortunately. It was kind of one of those scheduling things that now our team is doing really well. But it was just the games at hand, right? Look at the Oilers have played. So 114 points already for the Edmonton Oilers. Good Lord, they do not miss Dmitry Zykov. Tage Thompson needs 1 more point to tie his Calgary Flames high, and I think it'd be his career high as well. Let's get up to this game against Vegas. This is going to be an important one. I think we do beat San Jose, lose to St. Louis, beat San Jose again. So the San Jose Sharks with 33 wins, 76 points isn't good. It's bad. Oh man, San Jose, come on guys, what are you doing? Oh my, 124 points for the Oilers. Good Lord, dude. They still have 2 games, 60 wins. They had 60 wins. Good Lord. And I don't think we're going to catch the Vancouver Canucks. So let's just get into our series. We're playing the Vancouver Canucks. Let's jump into it here. Let's get through the end of the season. We are going to beat Vegas 7-1 and then LA 5-2. Beautiful, dude. Like, man, are we hot after the deadline. We are actually 1 point behind the Vancouver Canucks, so that is a bit of a bummer. But let's take a look at the stats, right? We'll do this quickly. We'll just see who... Oh, my God. That first line, guys, was really, really good. Lekaramaki, guys... Really, really happy to see him. I mean, we gave him like an 8-year deal at like $5.5 million. He has 31 goals, 79 points, and I mean, it's pretty easy to me to say we can let Andrei Kuzmenko walk. There's no issues here. I mean, he's got such great X factors, right? But I think letting him walk makes the right perfect sense. The better plus minus with Lekaramaki, Dmitry Zykov with 91, Lindholm, another point per game season for our second line center. It's fantastic. Huberdeau with 73, Peterka with 63, right? So these guys are all doing kind of what we expected. Peterka on the third line, giving us 60 points. He's playing special teams and third line, so he's not complaining about his ice time. Mangiapane is an absolute shooter from that third line. Good Lord, 47 points was a -1. But you guys can see here, Jamson, Bordelot, Pelchier, +9, 15, +15, 20 points for each of them. Ruzishka, isn't growing. Is he liking me? I think he's liking me a little bit better, guys. By the end of this one, we're gonna be friends. Boakvist, Power, Jackson, Pellick. Okay, so he was even ever since we checked in on him, but in 18 games played, 6 points, +3. That's fine for me. Oleg Brizgalov didn't really move much up or down. Boakvist, but Power, Jackson, they all, guys, this is just great. Spencer Knight, wow, best season I think Spencer Knight has had. 282 earns a wow from me. Kind of sad, but by far and away the best season Spencer Knight has had. So maybe, just maybe, acquiring there he is, Pellick. Acquiring a defensive defenseman like this to play on the top pairing with Oleg Brizgalov, who, can get the puck out of the zone really, really well. I wonder if that means that it's going to help out Spencer Knight. He's hung out to dry less, or he's just had a better season. Either way, I'll take it. I'm very, very pleased. Let's take a look at the league stats real quick. Who balled out? Kucherov, McDavid. I mean, for them Jesus, he is a 99. McDavid hit the 99 overall. Oh my God. Draisaitl there as well. Lafreniere. Oh man. Yep. He hit his potential, guys. 91. Alexi Lafreniere. So they clearly aren't missing Zykov very much at all, but Tage Thompson with 103 points. Most goals goes to Nikita Kucherov, Draisaitl, Kyle Connor, Pasternak, and Olli Vannanen, who was drafted first. I did try and acquire this guy at one point, but we went after Zykov instead. Really, really good season for all of those players. Defensively, Quinn Hughes leads the way with 90 points. So finally, Cale Makar is not going to win the Norris. Finally, just something different, right? Just give somebody else a chance, Cale. But the number 1 goaltender in the league was Lucas Dostal, 85. I mean, I guess when his team is just, Pyotr Kochetkov and Igor Shesterkin also up above 915. Ooh, Igor Shesterkin might have something to say about that best goalie in the league conversation. Better goal against average, pretty much the same save percentage, same amount of wins. Did play a lot more games, but take your pick with those guys. But we have Vancouver in round number 1. Again, the road team. And you know what? We've already won 2 cups. I am not going to play any of the games. I'm not going to jump in unless it's game 7, maybe? Nah, maybe I just won't jump in. I don't know. We'll feel it out. We'll see how it's going. But here we go. Let's ride into these playoffs, boys. The finale. No matter what happens, we're going out here. This will be the last Calgary Flames episode that you guys watch as part of our regularly scheduled upload. So let's get it done. JT Miller, Elias Pettersson, Brock Besser, Atu Ratti looks very good with Nils Hoglander. Nick Paton, it's okay. Their third line's actually pretty good, and their fourth line serves a purpose. Defensively, they've got the Vezina Trophy winning Quinn Hughes, who looks insane. Philip Hronik as well. Those two continue to dominate together. The rest of the defensive core is not all that impressive. And in goal, it is a very, very old Sergei Bobrovsky with Arturs Silovs, who just shut out the Panthers, or the Predators IRL. And then other than that, there's not much depth. There's no Demko anymore. Goaltending is a big, big area of concern for Vancouver heading into the postseason here, and I think that's where we can take advantage of them. They did come in a little bit hotter than we did. They picked up 1 more point with an overtime win, so it is what it is. We're the road team, but we've been here. We've done this before. We're used to playing Vancouver and Edmonton in rounds 1 and 2, so let's see if we can go do it again. Here we go. Leaving the lines the way they are. They dominated the end of the season. Can they dominate Vancouver here early? First period, 1-0 Vancouver as Elias Pettersson scores the first goal of this postseason run. Second period, it's 2-0 with Brock Besser scoring on Spencer Knight. So their top guys have come to play. And in the third period, we do pull one back with Ruzicka, but Lawton had already made it a 3-goal game, and Zadorov pretty much silenced any kind of chance at a comeback. Only 1 goal scored there early. That's not what we want to see. I don't know what just happened. I guess we're now editing players. Let's go back to the main hub here and get rolling into game number 2. Oh, boys. We can't let this one end like this. No, we are not letting this thing end like this. All right. First period, score some goals. There we go. Hronik scores on the power play, but Kuzmenko scores on Bobrovsky. I mean, I'm surprised that Sergei Bobrovsky had such a good performance in game 1. I mean, he's 81. He's also 40 years old. Second period. Okay, so it's 3-2 with Hoglander and Evans. Zykov gets on the board. In the third period, Vancouver wins both at home with Atu Ratti scoring both. I think it's time to make some changes on the blue line. We have not scored enough goals. We've still also allowed 4 against per game. It's time to get our best players up on the top line here, guys. Let's go. Owen Power, move your way up there. Brizgalov down there. Brizgalov, he is a +2, right? So I guess it's not the end of the world, but oh god, everybody else is brutal. So we need to improve the balance of the D-core. I think the D-core itself is fine. I think just the balance and who's playing where is important. We need to get more goals throughout the lineup, and I think Brizgalov, just the senses aren't quite there to rack up points. He's never been a point getter, but he's been a solid 2-way guy, plus-minus wise. Game 3 on home ice. Cannot afford to lose this one. First period. There we go. Bokefists from the blue line. And then Jonathan Huberdeau still going for us, man. He's still killing it. Second period. Oh, God. Cal Foote and Atu Ratti scored to tie it up for Vancouver despite us having a tremendous amount of shots. And in the third period, Besser scores. It's 3-2. Vancouver is the final. It's 3-0 in the series. Oh, I'm glad everybody's happy because of their individual performance. Guys, this isn't good enough. This is like, why are we... we're gaining ice time for just getting dumpstered right now. -1 on the first line. That's okay. The second line is even. The third line is a plus. Is it the fourth? The fourth line? Why is the fourth line playing so much? Why are they getting shelled, dude? What is going on here? Chris Tierney, come on in. You are the savior, Chris Tierney. You are what we need right now. I guess, maybe... Maybe, dude, I have no idea what to do here. We're going to move Ruzishka down. We're going to play him at there. Sure. We're going to just try some things, because we're in dire straits right now. Owen Power, good Lord, buddy. I mean, just -5 for him. That's brutal. Oleg Brizgalov on the top pairing is better than that. We're going to move Boqvist up. We need offense. We need the fourth line. I love how it's our fourth line that is the only line that's like really a detriment to us. But we're down 3-0 in the series. This is brutal. This is very, very brutal. Game 4, backs against the wall. Can't drop another one. No bounces can go against us. We need everything we can get to see if we can move on to the second round. First period, no goals scored. Pretty even game so far, though. Second period, 2-1 Vancouver. Quinn Hughes and Nick Paton. Lekaramaki does score for us. We're still in this one. Vancouver's got a ton of shots. JT Miller with a third goal. That's the insurance marker Vancouver needed with 10 minutes to go in the period here. Oh, man, is this how we're going to end this series? Oh, this is how it ends, isn't it? A sweep at the hands of the Vancouver Canucks. Besser adds insult to injury. Nothing we could have done there. Nobody showed up, and we just hit our peak, guys. We really did. We won back-to-back cups, and it just took its toll on the team. We still have a really strong roster, but they never performed the way I thought they should have. We were always really good, always a top 5, top 7 team in the league, but just could never really dominate this division the way I had hoped. Yeah, see, 6th place here, guys. Top 5 team, right? Goals for were pretty even to Vancouver in the regular season. The goals against were better. I mean, special teams, 25% in the regular season. Penalty, I mean, really, there was not much to split these two teams, and we didn't score when it mattered. Sergei Bobrovsky, have yourself a series, my guy. Four games played. We averaged, what, 2.5 goals per game, maybe? We scored 3, 4, 5, 6. We scored 6 goals in 4 games. That's less than 2.5. That is 1.5 per game. You can't win a series scoring 1.5 goals per game. The offense just didn't show up when we needed it to, guys. But that is the finale of our Calgary Flame series on the channel as part of our regularly scheduled uploads. We're going to move into an expansion team next week, Wednesday, so be on the lookout for that one, guys. Join the Discord if you do want to get some more information about that. I'm going to be spitballing some ideas with you guys in there, so make sure to join that one. Link is in the description. And guys, just, it's not over here with Calgary, right? I do want to do some live streams on the weekend, so maybe every once in a while we'll boot her back up. Get back maybe into the Columbus Blue Jacket series too, but I do want to experiment with some fun things on the weekends too. So guys, thank you so much for watching. It has been an honor, Calgary, and I'm sorry we went out like this. Maybe we should have ended it after the last season, but guys, it's been a lot of fun with the Calgary Flames. We built a really, really good team and one that I'm pretty proud of, one that we'll remember on the channel for a while. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to leave a like if you enjoyed it. Subscribe if you want to see some more, and I will see you guys in the next one.
It's a free for all.